Hello and welcome to SatTV Week, the news programme for the international satellite industry. This week we have the first ever pictures taken of a shuttle docked with the ISS by a Soyuz craft. James Shortland reports on Eutelsat's KA-SAT high throughput satellite, which has started commercial services, and Tricia Jones has the launch news. But first, here's Carrie-Anne with the news headlines.
MEASAT has signed a contract with Astrium SAS for the procurement of the MEASAT O3b satellite. Based on the Eurostar E3000 platform, MEASAT O3b will provide an additional 48 Ku band transponders to the 91.5 degrees east orbital location. Designed to operate in tandem with the MEASAT 3 and MEASAT 3A spacecraft, the new satellite will provide high-powered Ku band capacity for direct-to-home and broadband VSAT services across Malaysia, Indonesia and India. MEASAT O3b will have a contractual life of 15 years and is expected to be launched at the end of 2013. The President of Thaicom and Managing Director of the Nielsen Company Thailand have signed an agreement of cooperation in conducting a survey of the popularity of satellite TV channels and provide TV ratings for Thai customers on the Thaicom satellite in the service category of direct-to-home broadcasting. The results of the survey will provide benefits to both Thaicom's C-band and Ku-band customers alike and will provide valuable information for the customers in order to formulate their sales and marketing strategies. The TV rating survey of TV channels on the Thaicom satellite will include average number of viewers for each minute of each channel, data ranking of the popularity of viewing and the number of viewers of all channels per day.
On May 23rd, European Space Agency astronaut Paolo Nespoli, on board the Soyuz TMA-20 spacecraft, took these photos of the ISS when the Soyuz craft was about 600 feet away from the station. Mission Control Moscow, outside the Russian capital, commanded the orbiting laboratory to rotate 130 degrees. This move allowed Nespoli to capture digital photographs and high-definition video of Shuttle Endeavour docked to the station. The pictures are the first taken of a shuttle docked to the station from the perspective of a Russian Soyuz spacecraft. The Soyuz landed in Kazakhstan and was taken to Moscow for routine post-landing analysis. NASA and the Russian space agency Roscosmos then processed the imagery as part of the standard disposition of a spacecraft cargo. Staying with the ISS, in the early hours of yesterday morning local time, the Russian Federal Space Agency launched the Soyuz 27S TMA-02M spacecraft, with 3 astronauts on board from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan. The spacecraft docked with the ISS earlier today. The 6-person crew will continue the uninterrupted presence of humans on the station since November 2, 2000, conducting expanded scientific research and station maintenance activities. The station residents will also welcome the crew of the last shuttle flight, Atlantis STS-135 mission, targeted to launch on July the 8th. The shuttle will deliver critical supplies in the Italian-built Raffaello multipurpose logistics module and support spacewalks by astronauts Fossum and Garan to retrieve a failed cooling system pump module, which Atlantis will return to Earth for analysis. Following the ending of the Space Shuttle program, Boeing has issued 60-day advance layoff notices to approximately 510 employees in its space exploration division. The notices cover the company's facilities in Houston, Kennedy Space Center, and Huntington Beach in California. The last workday for affected employees will be August 5th, pending the completion of the final Space Shuttle mission, STS-135. Now here's Tricia with more launch news.
Both payloads for Arianespace's 4th Ariane 5 flight of 2011 are now at the spaceport following delivery of the BSAT 3C JCSat 110R relay satellite, which will join its Astra 1N co-passenger on the upcoming heavy lift mission. The satellite arrived aboard a chartered AN-124 cargo jetliner and was transferred to the spaceport's cleanroom facilities to begin its pre-launch preparations. Built by Lockheed Martin Commercial Space Systems on behalf of BSAT Corporation and Sky Perfect JSAT Corporation, the satellite will serve as a hybrid broadcasting and telecom satellite, operating from an orbital position of 110 degrees east longitude. The spacecraft is based on Lockheed Martin's A2100A platform and was designed to meet a required 15-year service life. The mission, which is scheduled for liftoff on July the 1st. Excalibur Almaz Limited, the international commercial space exploration company based in the Isle of Man, is set to display its 2 space stations and a reusable return vehicle to the public on June the 18th. All the craft were developed in Russia and arrived in the UK earlier this year. One of the stations is a near-completed test unit and the other is a frame. The RRV is designed to be the transport vehicle to and from the space stations in orbit. The Almaz space stations are approximately 11 metres long and 4 metres in diameter and are directly related to the module design used on the ISS as well as the earlier Russian space stations. Other unique features of the Almaz stations include the largest window ever developed for a spacecraft, boasting over 2 metres of panoramic view of the Earth and stars. 2 Soyuz rockets from the Progress Space Center in Samara have arrived at the Baikonur by train. One, a Soyuz FG, is intended to carry astronauts to the ISS in the second half of 2011, and the other, a Soyuz U, will launch a Progress M later this year.
Eutelsat Communications has started commercial services on its KA-SAT high-throughput satellite, marking the official launch of its new generation two-way broadband service. James has the story.
Eutelsat's high-capacity all-Ka band system, combining satellite and on-ground infrastructure, offers up to 10 megabits per second to consumers, irrespective of their location. As a new platform for delivering high-bandwidth services to users beyond the range of terrestrial networks, it can deliver cost-effective and competitive solutions that contribute to building inclusive digital economies across Europe and the Mediterranean basin. Michael de Rosen, Eutelsat's CEO, told SatTV Week that the entry into service of KA-SAT, the world's most powerful spot beam satellite, turns a new page in affordable and immediately available IP solutions, and places Europe at the forefront of high-capacity satellite technologies that can serve to quickly close the broadband gap. Europe's broadband map shows that at least 13 million households are still beyond range of ADSL and 17 million access the internet at speeds below 2 megabits per second, which closes the door to many media-rich applications that users today expect to use on a daily basis. Operated by Eutelsat's Skylogic affiliate, Two-Way can provide homes with an always-on service, delivering speeds of up to 10 megabits per second downstream and 4 megabits per second upstream. The customer equipment comprises a small 77cm satellite dish and a modem which is connected to a PC or Mac via an Ethernet connection. Customers can select professional or self-installation. Built for Eutelsat by Astrium, KA-SAT is a new generation of multi-spot beam high-capacity satellites. It is based on a payload with 82 narrow spot beams connected to 10 ground stations. This configuration enables frequencies to be reused 20 times and takes total throughput to beyond 70 gigabits per second.
Communic Asia 2011. Asia's largest knowledge-based ICT platform is the most recognised one-stop knowledge platform for digital multimedia and entertainment technology.
Here's Kerry Ann with more news.
Romantis has announced the formation of its new entity, Romantis Inc., headquartered in Montreal, Canada. The company will offer satellite capacity, ground infrastructure and UHP hardware, as well as providing customers with advanced solutions for telecoms and broadcast networks, products and services which have proven to be successful in Europe and the Middle East. Romantis will work with leading telecoms carriers, TV broadcasters and enterprise customers across North America, Latin America and Southeast Asia. The medium-term strategy includes the launch of localised R&D and production divisions in America, expanding the existing Romantis production facilities in Europe. O3b Networks has signed a multi-year, multi-million-dollar deal with Mavoni Technologies Africa, a leading provider of information technology in South Africa focused on enterprise IT solutions and outsourcing services to the corporate and public service sectors. South Africa has the most developed telecoms infrastructure in sub-Saharan Africa, with multiple submarine cable networks and an extensive national fibre network. However, while users in cities like Johannesburg and Cape Town can enjoy high-speed broadband, users in the more remote areas are still largely disconnected from the global internet backbone.
Thanks, Carrie-Anne. And finally, yesterday, ESA mission controllers switched off the Rosetta Comet Hunter, putting it into deep space hibernation for 31 months. During this loneliest leg of its decade-long mission, Rosetta will loop ever closer towards Comet 67P, soaring to almost 1,000 million kilometres from the Earth. The only devices left running will be the onboard computer and several heaters. These will be powered by solar wings and will be automatically switched on periodically to ensure that the entire satellite doesn't freeze up between now and the 20th of January 2014, when at precisely 10 AM GMT the timer will wake the spacecraft, which 7 hours later will transmit a check signal to let mission controllers know that the spacecraft has woken. And we'll be shutting down now until next week. Thank you for watching.